Defying gravity.
Welcome to Presente, a space and community that vibes on being in the moment, something we are relearning how to do in a fast-moving world.
We are excited to be part of a growing movement that talks about topics that we feel haven't been talked about in our Latin culture and womanhood.
Be present with us. Take a pause and break down societal norms.
Redefine the meaning of existing. Welcome to Presente, the podcast. Defy to lead. Without rebellion, awareness, and acceptance, we cannot expect changes in society or impact. Here on Presente, we like impact. We love a soul in motion, a feeling one. The souls that hold awareness to do what is right, those who stand up for causes they deeply care about, that makes you a leader. You may not be liked by all, but it's important to remember that that is not the grandeur of life. It is to be you without shame.
To lead is to inspire and guide others towards a shared vision, and that can be on a larger scale. To lead yourself, though, many forget that's where it starts. Jissela brings up a great way to look at things, a fresh perspective. Simply put, be you without shame. Start there. As we refer to Wicked in this episode, a leader such as the Wicked Witch of the West, unknowingly to me and probably to most if you don't know the whole story, she actually led with passion and is driven by purpose. We all have a role in this beautiful, twisted life, and some of us too unknowingly lead. Even in the smaller ways. May you continuously do so. Some of us are touching lives, whether you realize it or not, whether you know it or not.
Green goes good with pink. Cynthia Erivo as the character of Elphaba. Please give her a round of applause. From her own acrobatic stunts and live singing with Ariana Grande as Galinda to the musical numbers, her gorgeous nails, she is shifting the winds all around. And for those that paid attention, our hearts gravitated as she did in the movie. This movie is a treasure. From standing up to your beliefs to being yourself, healing your inner child, and all while becoming unlimited, there is so much space to hold for the hit movie Wicked. Even talking about it now pulls many heartstrings and emotions for me. This movie and role was talked about all over the internet. I remember one creator tagging Cynthia, and Cynthia actually stitched the video to understand the tears that were dropping from this creator's eyes. No words spoken, just emotions. When a movie moves you deeply like Wicked did, no other words are needed. Just beautiful feelings behind it. As it was singing in the movie, everyone deserves a chance to fly. Flying is freedom, soaring, but what does it take to do so? Elphaba's character said it best. Don't pay the price of conforming to the norm just because it's the way society thinks it's best. In this case, the Emerald City or the Wizard's way. Don't let go of who you are if it comes at a much higher cost to be anything other than what aligns to you. There's so much this movie portrays of what's happening in today's world. As we say here on Presente, question the norm, have audacity, and fly.
Holding space. What is it to hold space? To hold space for someone, hold space for yourself? Well, they say that consideration of someone is the highest form of love, considering another person and being thoughtful of them. The great author and poet Maya Angelou said it best. People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Talk about holding space for someone. That feeling of genuine emotions, genuine thoughts, and support is so flourishing and consequential. What's to follow after holding space and spaces for others will be a result of impact and experiences. And hopefully, it's for good reasons. Wicked, especially Elphaba, despite all stereotypes, hate, and pain, she held space to protect, love, support, and so much more to those that simply could not hold space for her. A true act of a heart of gold. or perhaps in her case, green. I love that Elphaba carried on and embraced her uniqueness and authenticity. And then the rest just followed. Why don't we hold space for each other more often?
Interviews with Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo show this concept of holding space for each other when things got emotional during questioning. It shows the most beautiful definition of what a safe space looks like when you give another person room to let them feel everything when it feels or when it all feels so overwhelming sometimes. This scene where they are both dancing together was a key moment in the movie. Ariana Grande, I was looking at some interviews, only did a couple of practice runs with Cynthia as she wanted to organically mimic her style of the dancing during the club scene. I bring this scene up because it shows the awareness of pain when you believe to be accepted only to find out you aren't. So you defend yourself by showing that you don't care, or in this case, Elphaba did. We see a character who knew, in this case, Galinda, that she did something wrong and aimed to do the silly dance with the green girl anyway because she felt she was giving her the space. I know this scene had certain audiences with mixed feelings, but let's recognize that Elphaba, no matter what, was true to who she was despite our own feelings. This character's grace was not deterred. Elphaba was always herself, even when the world called her wicked or didn't fit the mold. Elphaba had to be the wicked one because society needed a scapegoat from its true colors to fit the neat bow. But your power cannot be dimmed by fancy appearances or lighting tricks. Your power comes from that which is true to you.
I'd like to think that here on Presente, we are holding space for each other as co hosts and our friendship, but also this journey that is new to us, one that we share with our listeners. We hold space for you and our topics and speakers that come to our show. Representation matters to us, and becoming a better you, a whole happy version of you, is in correlation to the purpose of Presente.
To lead is to fly is to let go of the weight, defying gravity, your magic. It's learning to unlearn and relearn to fly over to the western skies. I think I'll try defying gravity, and you can't hold me down. Happy Black History Month. Continue to celebrate and honor those before us. And remember, we are history in the making.
Support Black and Brown businesses, communities, artists, and rights.
Spread the love and lead with a kind heart.
Hey there, want to stay up to date with the latest episodes and exclusive interviews? Subscribe now and never miss a moment of the conversation.